Hi, this is Brandy Shampoo with Exploring Expression.
And I'm Samantha Shampoo, also with Exploring Expression.
And welcome to another Sunday at 7. Welcome to Sunday at 7. We are thrilled that you are joining us. Um, if you're watching this live, welcome, and we're glad you're here, especially given that it's Super Bowl Sunday and the
Yes.
Super Bowl is literally going on right over there. Um,
I don't even know who's playing, to be honest.
that's sad. Um, although I watch mostly for commercials.
Do you know who's playing?
No. But it's going on over there, and the commercials have been fabulous. So, welcome. We're not going to talk about the Super Bowl today. We are going to talk about oceans, and particularly how we planned our oceans homeschool unit. Because if you've been following along with us, you might have seen our rabbit hole into dragons, right? A rabbit hole into dragons. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to go back and watch that video because it's fantastic, the things we did. And not long ago, we posted what we were doing. We just finished dinosaurs. We just finished all our little dinosaur unit and had a great time. There's also a video on that. So I guess this is a good place to um, get that sort of stuff out of the way and say, if you haven't already, make sure to click subscribe and follow us and hit that notification so that you know when we're coming on with new videos. We post new content on our YouTube channel all the time. Not only do we have these Sundays at 7s that we do live on Facebook as well as on YouTube, but we have product reviews, we have check out this book, we have holiday things, we have a whole bunch of great content coming that is fun and educational both for you and for your children because you both deserve it. Because learning is for everyone, right? No matter how old you are. But today we're going to be talking about oceans. And I'm going to try to go through this in a logical manner. Samantha, you can ask Samantha, sometimes that doesn't happen. So we're going to try manner by talking about what we're going to be doing over the next month to 6 weeks. One of the things that I do with our unit studies of this nature is I gather all the resources and the trips and the activities and the things, and we place it all in a big pile, and then we just study it until
The pile's
the
gone.
until the boys tire of it. Um, which is why dinosaurs was a full month of dinosaurs, and um, if you're on YouTube, be sure to stay tuned this month because in February, later this month, I will be posting our roundup with some of the pictures of our journey and some of the things that we did, as well as the smallish boy reading his dinosaur book, which was his
Yes.
final project of dinosaurs, which is
It's really funny.
it's hilarious. So, oceans. Are you excited about the oceans unit?
We kicked off the Oceans unit. We kicked off the Oceans unit and ended the Dinosaur unit simultaneously with a birthday trip for the smallish boy. The trip began when we visited Dinosaur World and ended with like 2 or 3 beaches where we collected shells and we saw jellyfish and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. And dinosaurs really move seamlessly um, into oceans, starting by now. I said I wasn't going to do books till later on in this, but I'm doing this book now because this is an absolutely fantastic book. If you remember our Encyclopedia Prehistoria of Dinosaurs that we showcased last when we were talking about dinosaurs, look at this. Look at that book. And you ready for this?
It's the same thing, but with sea monsters.
I mean, this is a pop up book called Sharks and Other Sea Monsters Encyclopedia Prehistoria. And it actually takes you through the evolution um, of sea life. It takes you through the evolution of sea life, starting with crocodiles and is it the megalodon?
Yeah, the megalodon, the giant shark.
The dinosaur, and it's just an absolutely fantastic book that we're kicking off. We moved from the dinosaur one into this one, and we're kicking off our oceans with that. So, right, yes. Um, so with that, we're planning trips, more trips to the ocean. We're planning trips to
The
aquarium, to the Sea Turtle Rescue Center, which is isn't it up by Savannah or up on,
It's either up by Savannah or down by Jacksonville.
no, it's north.
No, up by Savannah.
Wherever it is, we're going to that place. And even in your community, you may not be next to the ocean like we are, but aquariums, ponds, lakes, rivers, creeks, anything where you can go to get near or by water and look at it and look in it. We're taking our magnifying glass, we're taking our microscope, and we're just going to see what's in the water around us. So that's trips. Now books, you know how I feel about books. For our readers, for the smallish boy, now, okay, if you followed us, you know I have 2 boys that I homeschool right now. The oldest one is in high school. He has some learning disabilities. He's autistic and has some learning disabilities, and so a lot of the things we can do as a family. But he is in high school, and we have some high school activities and curriculum. The smallish boy just turned 8. That was his birthday trip, and he is in elementary school, and so we have a nice mix of young to old to whole family activities. And as you see some of these picture books, brought in your mind and think about them not just for the younger kids, but for your older ones, for your high schools. I have a terrific resource that we have on our website, Picture Book Analysis for older students and adults, that really dives into how we can use picture books for an older market. So to start with books, we're going to kick it off with Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss is one of our family's favorites.
Very beloved in our household.
It is. We have almost the entire collection. One of the things I love is his learning library collection. And so we're actually using these as readers for the smallish boy. These are ones he's going to be reading
Maybe
independently.
Not this one. But these.
Not that one?
Well, so this one he's read multiple times since
That's
he
true.
was 5.
That's true.
But these are the perfect length for him, with enough pictures and enough words for him to A, enjoy the reading, and B, get a lot out of it.
And the Cat in the Hat Learning Library is so informative. I mean, their quality, there's a jam-packed full of information. So we have Hark a Shark. We have Wish for a Fish, all about sea creatures. And then we have A Whale of a Tale, all about porpoises, dolphins, and whales. And we've already started reading these a couple of times. He reads them over and over, and they're absolutely fabulous books. At about probably a 3rd or 4th grade reading level. I mean, the reading level is pretty high.
Yes.
So depending on how old your kid is, they might be a read aloud. We're also, since we're studying oceans, for those of you who follow a Christian curriculum or have Christian content in your curriculum, we're also studying Noah, which is one of my favorite ocean Bible stories.
And Jonah.
And Jonah. Did I say Noah?
You did say Noah.
I meant Jonah. Jonah. We're studying Jonah, which is one of my favorite Christian Bible stories.
She loves Noah and Jonah. It's okay.
This series, and we have several of this series, is absolutely fantastic. This one's called, Hey God, I've got some guy named Jonah in my stomach, and I think I'm going to throw up. And these are fantastic. It's the whale side of the Jonah story. So for read alouds that we're doing with the boys, there's 3 that we've chosen. We've chosen I Survived the Shark Attack of 1916. This could actually be a reader for Daniel. However, he didn't want to. Let's just be honest here. He didn't want to read this book, so we're reading it as a bedtime story because it's still a fantastic book, and he's reading Dr. Seuss. We're also, now both the boys love these. I don't even know if you can get these anymore.
These are old.
These are very, very old, but they have a updated version of this. It's the Illustrated Classics, and we are doing Moby Dick and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So we're going to be, what I like about these, and like I said, there are updated versions of them that are a little taller, is that they have pictures on every page, and it's an abridged version of the story.
Very abridged.
So if you're expecting the whole story, you're going to be sadly disappointed, but if you've ever read the entire story of Moby Dick, you might be glad for an abridged illustrated version because the story is fantastic. So what else do we have? We have The Truth About Dangerous Sea Creatures.
That one was one that I had when
Yeah.
I was younger.
Yes. This is one that helped Sam learn about sea creatures, and we're still using it because it still has value.
It's a really good one.
We have Oceans by Seymour Simon. They have a whole set of these. There's oceans, butterflies, cats, dogs, dolphins, etc.,
Coral
etc.
reefs.
We do have, well, yes, there is a coral reef version of this. We're not going to be using it. Instead, we're going to be doing One Small Square. I don't know where to hold this. I don't cover your face. But this is One Small Square Coral Reefs. And that's another one that we have almost the whole collection. They are full. I mean, the pictures are fantastic.
Oh, wow.
And the info. You haven't seen that yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, that's one I got since you left, I guess. The pictures are fantastic. They're full of information. These are things that we can pick up each day, and we can say, go pick out a book. Because what we do is we put all these books on a shelf, and when it's reading time, we say, go get a book and let's read it when it's time for those. We have two more, and then our biographies here. I don't even know where we acquired this one from, but this one's fantastic. Oh, you know what? This is an Usborne book. This is an Usborne book we got called Ludwig the Sea Dog. And it's got it's a fiction book, but it's
And it's a 3D picture book.
interesting. And it comes with, in this little envelope, are 3D glasses that you use to read the book. So they love looking at this one, Ludwig the Sea Dog. And then, did you make the hole in the shell? I can't ever say this.
Did you make the hole in the shell in the sea?
Did you make the hole in the shell in the sea?
There you go.
So, those are the ones. Now we have 4 others that I'm going to show you, but they're for a little bit different purposes. In all of our unit studies, when we start to plan a unit study, first we talk about where we want to go and what we want to see there. Then we start pulling together books. And when we pull together books, we look for 3 things. 1, we look for great fiction or readers that the boys will want to read. Right? We look for nonfiction books that are interesting and colorful and engaging that the boys will want to read. But I also like to highlight a couple of biographies for each one. And if you remember last time in Dinosaurs, we did
Dinosaur Lady.
the Dinosaur Lady, and then we did the guy that built all the dinosaur models. I don't remember his name offhand, but go back and watch that video. It's in it. It's fantastic. The Dinosaur Lady, we actually did a check out this book on.
Yes.
We did a check out this
We
book
did.
reading. Well, we have 2 for today. The group that published The Dinosaur Lady has Shark Lady. Shark Lady. And this is the true story of how Eugene Clark became the ocean's most fearless scientist. I haven't read this yet, I'm not going to lie. But the Dinosaur Lady was fantastic, so I can't wait to delve into this and see what it's like. Maybe we'll even share it. If you want us to share it on Check Out This Book, definitely comment and let us know, and we'd be happy to read that one. Now, a famous person when you're talking about oceans is you have to talk about Jacques Cousteau. However, we were going to do Who Was Jacques Cousteau? What was our initial plan? However, I found this.
Manfish.
Just the fact that it says manfish gave it preference to me over Who Was book. And look, the illustrations are fabulous. I mean, the illustrations are great. So we're going to be doing a Manfish, a story of Jacques Cousteau instead of the Who Was book, especially since we're reading those illustrated classics, and those are
Pretty hefty.
pretty hefty books, yes. So that's for little kids. If you have older kids that you are also wanting to involve in an oceans unit study, don't worry, we have something for you too. I have two selections, which are both fan flippantastic. Can I say fan flippantastic?
I guess.
Okay.
You just did.
You want to show those?
Yeah. First one is World Without Fish, which as the title suggests, is can you imagine a world without fish? And it goes through what might happen if there was no fish. And what I like about this book is, as you can see, maybe, is it has a bunch of text and everything. But
Like
you
word
get
already
further.
type text.
You get further in. Let me.
Okay. Sorry, you go. You do your thing.
When you get further in, you get all this. Like you get the comics on the side and the difference in text and the word arts, and I mean it's just fabulous. And you get maps. And so if you have children, or older children, I should say, with shorter attention spans, this is great because it has that variety that they need to keep their attention.
Right. And it not only talks about what can happen with the world without fish, but it also gets into what can we do about it.
What can we do to prevent it?
What can we do to protect and save our oceans? So it's really good with
Conservation.
Conservation.
You tried.
I did. Okay, so the last book on our list. You ready? The last book, and then we're going to get into a couple of activities, and then we'll wrap it up and it'll be done. This is running a little long, so we're going to try to go through this. This is not a read cover-to-cover book, but it's fantastic.
A hefty book. It's a hefty book.
Oh, look at that. This is the definitive visual guide to the ocean. I call this a coffee table book because it's one of the things we do with this book is we'll pick it up and we'll just randomly flip to a page and we'll read that page because it's too much of a book, at least for us. Now your child may be different and he may be able to read it cover to cover, but it was too much of a book for us to try to read through. But it's a fantastic book to have out so that, have out on the coffee table, have out where they can get to it and leaf through it when they're watching other things and watching the Ocean's movies.
You keep going.
Because, okay.
Just keep going.
Because we're gonna be watching a hot minute of movies. We have Nemo, we have Plastic Ocean, we have Blue Planet, we have just a ton of ocean movies.
And I will say, hello again.
Where did you go?
This book goes great when you are playing our new favorite,
Yes.
Ocean Bingo. Ocean Bingo.
This is a fantastic game. We're actually going to be doing a product spotlight on it in February?
Yes.
In February or March, we're going to be doing a product spotlight on this particular game. We just got this game, a couple of weeks ago, and we've been playing it nonstop. It's hilarious, and there's so much information.
There's information in the packets that are in the game, and what we do as well is we have our Coffee Table Oceans book.
Yes.
With us, and so when we get to when we call out a name, if we have time,
Well, we don't have too much into it.
we'll flip through the Oceans
But
book,
yes, the Ocean's book. Yes.
and we'll read about that animal. Trust the process. Man.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, so the last couple of things we're going to do. One of our activities now, if you've been following us, you may know our dinosaur model and our dinosaur diorama. Remember that with the eggs in the nest? You may even remember the dragon model and diorama. You may even remember the dinosaur models,
And
clay
diorama.
models, and dinosaur diorama. And you may think, they can't possibly have a little clay model with a little diorama for oceans. Or can they? This is the...
Ocean Build and Sculpt Ocean Trio.
Yes. So Daniel got this as a gift from a friend of his. And it's these, but oceans. So we can't wait to do our diorama, which we enjoy doing with every unit on oceans. We're also going to be doing... Oh, yes. We also got a Lego set. I only have these and not the box because they didn't last till the taping of this movie. And so they've actually already begun building this shark right there. So we've already begun building that, and that's in process. We got... These are great. So we're going to be really going into sharks, whales, sea turtles. So we're going to be studying ocean as a whole and all the ocean life, but we're going to be really diving deep into sharks, whales, sea turtles. And so we got this shark, this wooden puzzle, and then we got a 3D wooden puzzle of a sea turtle that we're saving for after we go to the
Sea turtle.
Sea Turtle Rescue Center. We're going to be doing that. So, and then our final project for the smallish boy not only is the diorama, that's for both of them, but we have him write a book. We have him write a story. And I got these off of Amazon. They're absolutely fantastic. And you see, they're blank. They have writing lines, they have drawing lines, and he creates his own little book. And if you go view later this month our dinosaur roundup, you'll be able to see him reading the one he did for dinosaurs to kind of see how we put that together. And for doing the illustrations,
we have ocean stencils.
So that's a lot. Is it linear? No. What we're doing for oceans, you know, we do math and we do language arts and we do all those regular things. But for our oceans unit, I like saying, here's a bunch of stuff we're gonna do.
Pick one.
Let's start doing these things this week. Here's a list. Here's all our stuff. What do we want to work on this week? What do we want to learn about? Do you want to learn about the layers of the ocean, right? In fact, we have a fantastic coming out later this year. We're actually testing out our layers of the ocean bracelet on our ocean unit, so that later this year, when that comes out of Exploring Expression, it's going to be beautiful. And a lot of the stuff we're learning through these books, we're going to be able to apply to that as well. Do you want to do puzzles? We have puzzles. Do you want to play games? We have games. Do you want to build crafts? We have crafts. How do you want to learn about oceans today? Because that's the key with children. How to leverage what they want to learn about to teach what they have to learn about. You know,
that's good.
Daniel does not want to learn about writing proper sentences.
Math.
Writing proper sentences, but he loved making this book. And through it, and through the study of oceans, I'm teaching him that. So, this is how we're planning an oceans unit study. We have books, we have games, we have activities, movies, field trips. Books, games, movies, activities, field trips. 5 things planning an oceans unit study. Do you have any
final thoughts?
Any final thoughts on oceans or unit studies? For the Super Bowl?
Not on the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, don't. I don't. All right. So stay tuned next week. Next week, come on back, because guess what we're going to be talking about? You know how many holidays and important times of note there are in February? A lot more than you may think. And we're going to talk about how to celebrate holidays without being overwhelmed by holidays. So we're going to include Black History Month. We're going to include Valentine's Day. We're going to include Mardi Gras. All of these things. Lent, yes.
It's right after Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about how we incorporate those into our home, into our homeschool, to make them both fun and educational. Come back next week. You're not going to want to miss that. And until then,
so we will see you later.
We'll see you later.